M73 here. We're back with Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon, issue 66. I'm actually presenting this in 4K video. I think I've done the last couple of videos in 4K. Let me know if what you think. If you've got a 4K monitor and you can see the details of the little parts, let me know, because on my screen when I'm editing, I think it looks pretty cool. So, we actually get some parts, which is the recess. It's going to go right over here. We've got a bunch of little greeblies that's going to go in there, but we don't use it this episode, so get that out of the way since it's 66. In this month's issue, we have the G9 Rigger Class Twilight, whatever that's from. It looks like a B-Wing that got really obese and then ate steroids. Lots of them. Anyway... Is this from Clone Wars? I don't know. I don't remember seeing it, but I don't know. Maybe I have to go back and watch Clone Wars again. Who the heck is this? She's very familiar. I'm assuming that it's from like a novelization, or I don't know. Anyway, we've got our parts, which we won't even be using. All the parts we need, we already have, which are all of the panels for the upper frame. So I'm going to be going back through. We're going to be basically screwing all the panels into place finally. And but we are going to make a few changes to the screwing in of the panels. The first thing I want to do, because I don't think I actually did this from the last episode, we're going to flip this over. And the battery holder box is kind of just like hanging around here. And I don't really want it to flip around, so I'm actually just going to tighten one of the screws if I can. Probably will help if I just rotate it towards me, I guess. That way it's on there. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so basically it's telling us that we need to start by attaching the outer two panels, which is TP2. Turn over the frame, make sure all the lugs are seated. Then, put on TP1. We've already kind of done that, but, and that's a big but. Okay, that's TP. Oh, that's TP16. So it's this guy over here. And all right. I just wanted to make sure that I had the new the French panel, which I've actually made some modifications to. I wanted to make sure that I had that on there and not the old panel. So we have tons of screws that we are going to have to use, and we'll just start screwing them in, and hopefully my hand doesn't fall off this time, which I'm sure it probably will. So, just be prepared to hang out with me, guys, and I'll just tell you of all of my hand pain as I screw all of these panels in. Alright, so I'm hoping that it won't be quite as painful. I'm trying to remember like how long ago it's been since I actually had to screw all those panels in. It's been a while, but I can't remember exactly when I did it. But I know it took a good hour or so to do. And I'm just trying to use my other hand just to kind of stabilize things. Hopefully, you guys can see what I'm doing here. The little precision screwdriver that I'm using, the threads of the screw don't perfectly match up, but it's actually pretty good. It's better than the screwdriver that the kit comes with, or close to that. Except the head on the screwdriver that the kit comes with is just not properly hardened, so it'll break down over time, and you know, it just gives you problems. So I've gone through all these other little screws and Loctited those up, so well, those should no longer be a problem. Should being the key word. I'm just looking around. I still see tons of screws that we're missing. Come on, man. Oh, dropped one. There it is. In the last episode, I was talking about the engine bell. It's like, or not an engine, but an electric motor bell. It's got some neodymium magnets on the inside. I don't know if you can really see it, but if you want to, you know, magnetize your screwdrivers, just take one of these if you've got one handy, and leave it on there. You can leave it on there for a few hours. But if you just want to kind of, you know, short-term magnetize your screwdrivers, you can do it like that pretty quickly. And that's typically how I do it. And yeah, the screws are definitely staying on the tips a lot better now. Come on now. Of course, I say that, and now I look like a fool. Come on. There we go. I actually used to have a bunch of these screwdrivers. We used to get them out of kits with the company I used to work for, and nobody ever liked the screwdrivers because they're actually pretty low quality. But I mean, I bet I had like 40 or 50 of those things. We literally used to throw them away because I used to have another set of precision screwdrivers, and which are long since gone. I don't know whatever happened to those, and they actually worked much better than those screwdrivers did. But for the Falcon, it actually seems like it's a very good match for these little, you know, the black button head screws. Actually, this black screwdriver that I'm using right now is almost a perfect match for those. But this other screwdriver is pretty good for these self-tapping screws. But just like the screwdriver that the kit came with, the thread is just starting to go on it. So yeah. I don't know that we're attaching. Yeah, I don't think we're permanently attaching the recesses. So I just have one screw here, and I'm just going to leave it like that for now because I will be taking that out again because we'll have to prime and paint everything. What does it tell us to do from there? So, oh, and then it tells us to flip this over and basically do the other side here, which we already have several of the screws in. So this one will actually be a little bit easier, I think. Well, it won't be easier, it'll just be shorter. So far, my hand is actually doing pretty good. Maybe because it's warmer. Actually, right before this episode, I turned on my air conditioning, I think for the first time this year. I'm pretty sure, because it's pretty warm out today. Actually, I think I'm going to use the other screwdriver here. It's pretty nice and warm today. humid more than anything. We had a thunderstorm go through like this morning and early afternoon. So, and I was thinking about possibly going and priming and painting the underside of the hull, but then when the rain came through, I was like, no, because I still don't have a moisture catcher for my airbrush, and I really, really, really just need to buy one. And I don't want like water, spurting out onto the model, because that really, really ruins it. Okay. Okay. Now, that's all. Yep. Okay. The assembly should now look like this. Of course, I've already put the rest of the panels on. Let's see, fit TP05, which overlaps the edges. That is going to be this panel up here. And there's only going to be really one major modification that I'm going to do with this kit, or with this step. They actually want us to screw down this piece right here that's going to go underneath here. Now, the problem with doing so is later we're actually going to have to take it back off, because the cockpit tube actually fits on there first, then this overlaps with that. So, I mean, if I need to, I can always just, pressure fit it, test fit it without having to screw it in. So that's really not too big of a deal. I'm not too worried about that. But I do want to point that out right now, because if you guys are doing the kit as well and you're following along the instructions verbatim, you will have to go back someday and take that piece off. So just so you know. Oh yeah, you can really see the panel lines, like they just line up perfectly square to each other, and once you get them tightened down and the pegs are the little pegs that you screw into are tightened into the metal frame, it's just amazing like how cleanly those line up right there. Let's hope that continues all the way around the model. Hello. Come on, get in there. See, that's what I'm talking about. I think I'm gonna try to magnetize this one a little bit better. And sometimes you just get these screws that are just a little bit, finicky. Okay. Just kind of looking over at the instructions to see like what panels it's wanting us to go with. Okay, so those are all finished. Okay, so next is going to be this piece down here. Is that right? Yeah, so that piece, this piece, this piece. Oh, we missed a couple screws up here. I don't even see it mention this piece up here. I know it's there. It's a piece of hair or something on there. Well, these will have to be screwed in at any case, so we'll just screw them down as we go. Well, it's good to know that my air conditioning is working because I feel the nice cold air blowing in. Actually, I've got a big studio light up here, and after a while, it really gets warm. It's nice in the wintertime, but in the summertime, you know, you end up sweating like a 9-year-old in the bathroom line at the amusement park. I was trying to think of a funny funny joke to. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sure somebody's gonna find that offensive. Okay. Oh, missed a screw there. Actually, I missed a couple screws. There's one there. See, now you guys, since you're watching in 4K, for all of those of you who are lucky enough to own a 4K monitor, you're going to be able to look and see exactly which screws I'm missing, probably before I see them, which is kind of scary. Oh, this is actually kind of flexing right in here, which is kind of bizarre considering, you know, I would almost think that they'd put like a 2-hole connector there. But they don't, so whatevs. Alright, so just making sure. Oh, I missed 2 holes there! Oh my gosh. Was I blind? How did I miss those? I mean, seriously, I totally missed those, and that was. You guys are probably yelling and screaming at me, like, no! We could see it in 4K! Yeah, I still don't have a 4K monitor. My new iMac that I just bought last fall is a 5K monitor. I guess they chose 5K so that you could actually edit video at 4K and have full resolution, which is kind of nice, I must say. Okay. I think I got 2 more on that panel, and then these are the center panel here is already screwed in, but I think that screws in from the other side, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, another packet of those is done. Time to dump out some more of these screws here. It's weird, like sometimes these screws are packaged with kind of like a different type of plastic than other months, and it's kind of like, well, I think they'd all come from like the same factory. just for consistency's sake, but who knows. Okay. All right, so we'll continue on around. Okay, so there was this piece, then this piece. Is that right? Okay, it's this piece. Then it actually has us screwing on the round piece in step 11, which I'm not going to be doing. This is the, again, it's like the cockpit tube, part of the cockpit tube. Screw TP6 in. Is this TP6? Yes, it is. So we're not going to worry about TP6 right now. Then I think we have this piece, which only has a couple screws in it. Is that TP12? Yes, TP12. So I think this is going pretty fast so far. And it's nice because we only have to do half as many screws. Or, well, maybe. We just have to do less screws. Which is good or bad, I don't know. Okay, so that's good. TP12, TP13, that's got the radar dish. Screw TP13 to the frame. Yes, that is it. Okay. Oh. Actually, I think that's TP20 up there. Or no, TP16 that I'm screwing into right now. Okay. Like, part of me wants to really push ahead and do like all of this month's builds, like the first week. But then it's like, then you're kind of sitting there not doing anything for like a month. Well, 3 weeks. We'll say 3 weeks. And so I don't know. I just don't know. Don't know what to do. TP still on TP13. TP15 overlaps. This is the one that has all of the big circular blast marks on it. This one I may actually be taking off in order to work on those blast marks. I think I might leave some of these screws out for right now. Though, let's see here. How does this... I think I can screw TP16 in without a problem. Because before I prime the upper hull, which it's gonna be probably later this summer sometime. Before I prime that and I get that ready to go, I am going to I'm going to need to work on those blaster marks, the big holes. Actually, they don't even look like blasters. They look more like a projectile weapon because the holes on the original filming model were almost like a crater instead of just a hole. I just want to make it look a lot better than it currently is. How I'm going to do that, I'm not quite sure, but we'll figure something out. I will figure something out. You know me, I'm not too, like, I don't like to just jump into things and do it. I like to do a lot of research, look at a lot of different options, and you know, before I do something permanent, because, you know, once you've done that, you can't go back. I mean, I guess you could putty up the hole and try to do it again, but it's going to make the part worse and worse the more times you do that. So, you know, measure twice, cut once. In my book, it's like measure 6 times, cut once. Okay, so that's TP15. Again, I'm going to leave these undone for now because I'm going to be taking that panel off. If you guys aren't sure exactly what I'm talking about, it's the panel with these holes on it. They just look corny, and so I'm going to go back and redo those so that they look more like they should. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on around here. We've actually put most of those screws in as well. So I'll just continue doing that. And one thing that we won't be screwing down all the way is the center turret ring. Now I do have 2 screws, I think 1 on each side, holding that in place. Don't really need more than that right now in case we need to take that off in the future, which I'm guessing we probably will, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay. These 3. So I need to take that screw off and that screw off. I should be able to get that panel off. And just kind of looking across the model from a different perspective. And I see one more here. Put 1 screw in here. But see, I think, where are the parts for issue 66? I tossed them somewhere. Now they're gone. I shouldn't have. I should not have done that. Why did you let me do that? Oh, they're right here. They're right in front of my face. I'm going to go ahead and open those since it is issue 66. Though I think we'll be assembling this in the next issue, in issue 67. So if we get this plate, this piece right here, hopefully I have this. When you lay this down, yeah, there's a screw hole here and there. They did it a little bit differently on the opposite side. Why they chose to do it differently here, I have absolutely no idea, but they did. Maybe they had like one guy engineering this side and the other guy engineering the other side. No clue. But we're not going to be installing these just yet anyway. I mean, if I flip this over, there is the recess, the greatly unfinished recess. I don't know if it'll... No, it's not going to stay there. So that's pretty much it, guys. We've got everything screwed in that I want screwed in right now. We will come back in the next issue and we'll get this next recess glued together. Let's see, what do we have? Parts-wise, we have a few of the panels for back here. We won't be installing those just yet. That's going to be in issue 68. We'll have like a nice big panel that will, you know, kind of plop everything down. Somebody actually pointed out that there's a kind of like a missing crossbar here. So there's like, you know, supports here, but not right here. I've been told that this is for reaching inside and actually playing around with the circuit board if needed. So I don't know if that's true or what, but that's supposedly what this is for. It's for some type of access, because once this is on, there's only 6 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's supposed to hold this whole plate on the back. So if we need to get access, we just hopefully just take those plates off. I don't know if there's going to be greeblies covering those up, but yeah, supposedly that's all we need, and it's so nice and smooth going up the lines across. It's finally coming together. It's really holding up well, and again, I can't reiterate enough. This kit is absolutely freaking awesome. If you're on the fence, if you're like, well, like I've got the money over 2 years, but I'm not sure if I want to do it, or if you're concerned about the quality, don't be. This kit is awesome. I highly recommend it. So now that I've got everything screwed down, I can definitely feel that the disc feels a lot more secure, and so that's good. That's that's what I was hoping for. So that is it. I think in the next issue, let's see, 67. I'm just going to pop it out really quick. I'm not going to show it to you guys yet. It looks like, yes, all we are doing is putting together the next bits from issue 66. So stay tuned for the next episode for that. And as always, thank you for watching. This has been Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon with me, Brad M73. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.